catch by Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Shooter take a shot deep. Open target. Got it. Her third. From left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch him. He's going to set up. He's going to go for it. It fell from the sky into air and ice hit.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Memorial Stadium here in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's a clear night as the Oklahoma Sooners travel in, trying to part the sea of red and pick up their first win on the season as the 1-0 Nebraska Cornhuskers look to continue their streak for a second week. I'm Kevin Hicks. I'm joined from the booth tonight by Ryan Reka to bring you another game. Ryan, what are we looking at for tonight's piece of the game?
We're looking to see, as you said, obviously Nebraska's riding off their win from week one. Oklahoma's still trying to work out what they've got for their triple option offense right there. And this storied rivalry continues and unfolds between these two teams here tonight.
And as our first play getting underway, Nebraska in the shotgun, fake handoff, quick pass down the near side, and a nice reception. Jimmy Brown, 22 yards on the first play of the game.
Good statement by Nebraska coming out here. Towers is obviously starting off 1 for 1, and he throws a great sideline pass to pick up some big yardage, to keep this drive alive nice and early here in the start of the game.
Nebraska come back out under center, 3 wide receivers, handoff straight up the middle, and a nice run there by Kieran Ennis for 9 yards. Going to set up a 2nd and 1.
Great effort on Ennis's first touch. Obviously, good blocking by the offensive line down there for Nebraska and set them up for a 2nd and short.
No snap back in the shotgun. Pass down on the near side, just over the 1st-yard line. Andrew Blevins picking up 2 yards.
Great ball control down there by Blevins. He was able to keep his feet inbound, knew exactly what he needed to do, and use the inertia of his body to come down with that catch.
Handoff, running out the middle, quick tackle there. Not quite sure who was able to pick that up. Kieran picked up another yard. 2nd and 9.
That was Jack Lawson, the defensive end down there for Oklahoma. Good job saving that play for his defense.
Back under center, and a quick sack coming in as Shane Lloyd picks up a nice tackle, sets up 3rd and 13.
Great pressure by Lloyd right there to shake off the defender and come pretty much almost untouched right there against Towers and takes him down hard.
3rd and 13, long play coming up in the shotgun. 2 receivers far side, 1 on the near. Stepping up in the pocket, big throw down the field and broken up. That is Johnny Ray with the breakup, and Nebraska's going to be forced to punt.
Not sure what he had seen down there in the field. He obviously threw that in double coverage. I'm not necessarily really mad at that throw, but that's definitely not what you wanted to see for their opening drive here for Nebraska.
But we get a nice punt and almost bouncing short. Rolls back in the end zone for a touchback.
We'll see Joey Zaza there, the impact player, as you saw for OU. He's instrumental for that triple offense defense and definitely is considered one of the workhorses for OU. So we'll see if they can get what it takes to get going here.
Yeah, lots has been talked about OU's triple option, and here we have the first play. It's a handoff and a nice run up the left side, picking up 22 yards. Joey Zaza solution, Zaza zips.
Zaza zips indeed, and he must have heard me up here in the booth talking, so highly of him as he opens up this game. Great for him for over a 20-yard rush.
That is a big run. And back out, setting up under center, man in motion, and the fake handoff. And now we've got Mixon running and picking up a huge run.
Yeah, that's just good by Power right there to be able to read the block well, make a nice cut up field, run that way. And it seems like we got a little bit of friendly competition between Power and Zaza there because he says, anything you can do, I can do better.
And 2 plays already marching down the field. Mixon back under center now. And another handoff straight up the middle. This time not being able to pick up nearly as much. Just a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up for Sooners.
Absolutely. Nebraska did exactly what they needed to do, and they weren't fooled by Zaza's attempt there.
Another handoff. This one eaten up in the backfield. 2 yards lost on the play. Spencer Trahan on the tackle, 2nd of the game.
Trahan's just warming up. We expect to see him have a great game this evening, and Nebraska seems to be a little bit more comfortable here defending against this triple option.
It took a couple plays to get used to it. Now we're back in the shotgun, setting up, and a nice toss off to the left side as Luke Brooks picks up 8 yards. Not able to get the first down though. Looking probably at a field goal here.
Good run, good route, and good try by Brooks there. Obviously they came up short, but it put them in position for OU to come up and take the first lead of the game.
And that kick is good. Oklahoma on the board first, drawing first blood, 3-0. Not necessarily what they were looking for, but it's a good start.
Absolutely. Points are better than no points, and especially turnovers at that. So we'll see if Nebraska has what it takes to answer back here early in the first.
Jafari Blackwood bringing the ball out, getting to the 21-yard line as Nebraska sets up for its second go on offense. What do we think needs a change?
As you just saw down there, I think Nebraska just kind of has to settle in. You saw their defense settle in that last play and hold OU to 3, which I think is a pretty big statement early in the game. Nebraska's just got to get calm, cool, and collected and make sure that their passes land on target.
And a diving catch by Ennis, picking up 4 yards on a pretty athletic play. Unfortunately, not able to carry it any further.
Absolutely. Great drive by Ennis right there, trying to keep that play alive and get that forward positive motion and pick up a couple yards.
And in motion, ball snapped, setting in the pocket, and a nice toss out, and picking up the first down is John Martinez.
Great footwork down there by Martinez. He was able to see some open road ahead of him. He made a nice juke at the last second to go down that first marker and reset the chains.
First down and 10, down by 3 points is Nebraska, setting up in the shotgun, 2 receivers on the far side. Towers setting back and getting swarmed. Sacked for an 8-yard loss. Scott Frank picking up his first tackle and first sack of the game.
Yeah, I'll attribute Towers' lack of awareness there to the fact that he's a freshman coming into a big game like this. He had all the time in the world to throw it away, and I just don't think he really saw those OU defenders closing in on him like that.
Yeah, that's a whole swarm of white coming into your face. Now 2nd and 18, got to make up some yardage. Towers under center in the eye. 2 receivers still out to the right side. 1 receiver on the near side. And a delayed handoff up the middle for a 9-yard rush by Ennis.
I'm not mad at this play call here. Ennis had quite the open lane to run through right there. It was a nice straightforward run, and half their distance to the first down marker.
Cut that distance at half, 3rd and 9, and almost picked off. Dennis Stroker getting a good knockdown. Going to force Nebraska into a 2nd straight punt.
Dangerous decision and almost an even more dangerous result as Stroker was there poised and ready to try to make that into an interception. We'll see if he can pull one down tonight and turn that deflection into an interception.
Nice return, picking up 20 yards, breaking a tackle, makes it out to midfield, still on his feet. Vinny Mixon, 29-yard return, picking up quite a few yards after first contact.
Yeah, great effort there by Mixon. Obviously, you can see that he's very quick on his feet. For a smaller guy, he's only 5'10" and weighs 180 pounds, but that guy can definitely move it down there.
Now we got a pitch coming up the near side, and Cedric Yardy picking up 8 yards on the option pitch.
Perfect decision for the pitch right there. Yardy was able to make something happen at that. They almost picked up what they needed for first down and more, and it's a very easy 2nd down conversion here for these guys.
Yep, 2nd and 2, short 2 yards to get that first down. Both teams crowding the line of scrimmage. Person in motion, and that will be Derek Powers not having a chance to really get his feet under him after the snap.
You said it there. Power had no chance to even basically react. As soon as he turned his shoulder and started his run, he had a Nebraska defender in his face ready to take him down, so he didn't really get the chance to pitch the ball.
And another quick handoff to Joey Zaza, also picking up no gain. It's going to be 4th and 3. Nebraska's defense holding strong, but it looks like Oklahoma's coming out to go for it on fourth.
I'm not mad at the decision. You'll find out calling games with me that I like when they kind of go for it early on here, and it pays off for them here.
And there's Bookaboom picking up the fourth down play and then some to set up a new set of downs. And we're going to see Oklahoma set up for another first down play. And looks like there was about to be attempted pitch bumped as the pitch was about to come out. Ends up being a tackle for loss by Solomon Tank.
Yeah, you only have a split second down there, especially with a guy as big as Solomon Tank come down the rushing towards you. It looked like you said he almost kind of contemplated pitching that ball, but decided to catch it and ends up going for a loss of one.
Now in the shotgun, Dixon standing tall, does get the toss out to the left side, and not able to pick up much is Joey Zaza.
Joey Zaza ran a nice route out there. Obviously, he connected for the completed pass, but Nebraska's defense was just ready for him and made sure he didn't really get much of anything.
3rd and 9. Again, setting up for the pass. The pass over the middle, caught by Luke Brooks, 11 yards, and a first down for Oklahoma.
The middle of the field seems to be where OU's having a little bit more success. They need to kind of repeat those plays if they want to maintain their charge here down into the end zone.
And, oh, what a quick tackle coming in. Spencer Trahan getting another tackle for loss.
Trahan, obviously, you saw that stat line, 3 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. If you're Nebraska defense and you're heading into a team like OU and they're running the triple option, you know you're going to have to press and put a lot of pressure on this run D. So you're going to see them in that backfield early and often.
2nd and 12 now. Faked handoff, a quick hurdle, and pushing forward. Derek Powers picking up 4 yards. Going to set up 3rd and 8.
Yep, that just shows you the athleticism of Power down there. He was able to kind of hurdle over, make sure he jumped that own O-lineman that fell down, and was still able to take a defender a couple yards.
All right, Powers now throwing in touchdown, Oklahoma. Nice toss into the back of the end zone.
That's just a great job by Power right there. He obviously found Luke in the end zone. If you let him go like that and they're too zoned in on that run right there, they're going to leave the wide receivers wide open, and they made Nebraska pay right there to go up in the first.
Really nice toss and catch there. Oklahoma setting up for the extra point to go up by 10. Snap, set, kick is good. 10-point lead for Oklahoma.
Nice job by Oklahoma being able to actually put a touchdown on the board. They get that early lead. They're up 10-0. You can see that total yardage difference right there seems to be a little bit different. OU's getting a little bit more comfortable, and they're starting to make a lot more plays. They've had a lot more opportunity to make some plays as well, so we'll see if Nebraska has an answer here.
Nebraska, Joey Smith getting a good return out to the 31-yard line, setting up decent field position. Right now, though, Oklahoma only allowing 42 yards on the game so far.
Yeah, the first drive or two that Nebraska had, they were able to come out like that, and I think their average for OU defense was 5 yards, and then obviously they're even tightening up even more, and they're under 4 yards. So Nebraska's got to find some holes in this defense here, maybe in their coverage, and try to exploit the middle of the field some more.
And Snap stepping back for the pass and immediately sacked his Towers. Braylon King Moore coming in and sacking him for an 8-yard loss.
Absolute great drive right there by Moore. He was pretty much uncontested all the way to the quarterback. It looked like even one of the O-linemen just kind of gave up and said, I can't stop this man. Here comes a train.
Long 2nd and 18 now. Nebraska in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the near side of the field. Towers setting back, taking a pitch over the middle, caught by A.J. Mullis for 8 yards, making back the yards that were just lost and up 3rd and 10.
I'm not really sure I would have thrown that there if I was me. It's a good thing I'm up here calling games instead of being a quarterback down there. A dangerous throw, but it pays off for him. Like you said, it set him up for a 3rd and 10, so they're facing that 0-2 for 3rd down conversions, though.
Yeah, another long 3rd down. Difficult plays. Oklahoma back in defense, able to get a coverage sack. Towers sacked again. And Shane Lloyd with his 2nd sack of the game.
Lloyd's not playing, and I'm sure he's trying to make Towers' night complete, in total hell down there. You guys got, an 8-9 yard advancement and tried to get it in, you know, a 3rd and 10, almost like you kind of did the drive and wiped it clean. And then here comes Lloyd making you pay for it again and putting you back double what you started.
Oh, and enough on the punt reception, and able to be recovered, but no return. It's going to put Oklahoma back near the 45-yard line.
We'll take that to that. Jitters, like you said, this is a very, very storied rivalry, and the crowd's pretty loud down there. I think he just was excited to get a move on before he actually had the ball in his hands.
Trying to get a move on now on 1st down. Joey Zaza tackled in the backfield by Danny Lahr.
Yeah, Danny Lair's not going anywhere. He obviously said, okay, Zaza, we know we're going to get the pitch off to you or the handoff to you, and I'm ready for you.
12 rushes, 4 passes on the night so far for Oklahoma. Setting back up, man in motion, and a quick push across the line, and breaking a tackle and going for a 1st down and more. That is Powers picking up a large chunk of yardage.
Powers stands 6'5" and 265 pounds. That's probably the deal breaker between Power and Towers, obviously. About 2 inches of difference there and about 50 pounds. So if you're going to run a triple option with a quarterback, you definitely would want to run a triple option with a guy who's almost, you know, over the 250 mark in weight.
And after that, Mixon now coming in and says, anything Powers can do, I can do better. And I misread the jersey. No, that is Derek Powers again.
We'll just say it's Power versus Power right now. He says, I wasn't really happy with the last run I did. I'm going to try to repeat that and go for even more, as they just left him pretty much uncontested again, and he kind of eased his way almost inside the 20.
Another 1st down, setting up just outside the 20-yard line. And another fake handoff. And now the pitch off, diving into the towards the end zone, get down to about the 3-yard line is Joey Zaza. As we end the 1st quarter, Oklahoma taking an early lead, up 10-0. Stay tuned. You're watching the CSFL PXL1 Sports on YouTube. We're back. Oklahoma swapping sides of the field, sitting at the 4-yard line, looking to get another touchdown. There's Zaza breaking a couple of tackles and almost making it, driving down to the 2-yard line.
Oklahoma's obviously got a rhythm going on. This triple option is working for them in their favor. They got to just make sure they call the right play and when to pitch it and when to direct hand it off, and they should be able to score here.
3 in the backfield, faked handoff, a pitch, wide open spaces for Cedric Yardy to just walk into the end zone.
Yardy's out there completely empty, all by himself, exactly what you want if you're Oklahoma. Runs in there with ease, almost looked kind of like a practice drill down there. And unfortunately, Nebraska just couldn't come up with a stop there, and OU's back on top with some more points.
2 touchdowns and a field goal, putting Oklahoma up 17-0. Nebraska looking for a way to get going on offense now.
Nebraska's done a pretty good job throwing the ball. Obviously, they're having some issues trying to, reset the chains and move further down the field. They just have to settle in and make sure that they're not going to get, too discombobulated down there, because they're already down, 3 possessions at this point. They got to score some points here, and breathe some life into this team.
Nebraska a little bit behind the 8 ball here, and a delayed handoff running up the left side. Picking up 15 yards is Karen Ennis.
Ennis up there looking almost kind of like a Zaza copycat. He says anything that Zaza can do, he's going to try to emulate. I think that's exactly the opening play that Nebraska needed coming down from 17.
Maybe with a little bit of momentum, a fake handoff from Towers and a dropped pass. Would have been good for a first down there, but not quite able to pull that in.
Mullis must have got spooked down there or something of that nature, but you got to come down to the ball with that, especially when you're near the first down marker and can make a big play.
All right, so the handoff worked before. We're going back. Ennis again, another 6 yards, setting up a very manageable 3rd and 4.
Forward progress is the best kind of progress. He could have came down in the backfield, but obviously he kept those feet moving and was able to shake a defender to make something positive happen.
4 wide receivers, halfback in the backfield. Pressure coming up the middle, a long toss and a throw almost pulled in But Oklahoma able to stand tall, knock down yet another pass.
Towers made an excellent throw. It just came down to the extra pressure that this Nebraska defense secondary obviously put on that wide receiver. Would have been a momentum changer for sure and kept the ball going, but Nebraska stood, you know, in the face of something making happen, and just OU snuffed them out.
That pass glancing off the side of Harris's foot. Very short punt, setting up Oklahoma with very good field position, setting up 42-yard line, and a run straight up the center. There is Boom, breaking a whole bunch of tackles, managing to gain 9 yards.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to almost bring the entire DL plus the secondary to try to take him down, as they attempted a couple times on that drive, and he just kind of bounced off and made his way closer towards the first down marker.
Yeah, not able to bring down that large man. Zaza in the backfield again, and there's the handoff. Zaza breaking a tackle, stiff-arming his way forward, picking up 7 yards and crossing the 50-yard line.
Electric speed tonight shown from Zaza as he completely almost obliterated past the defender. I don't even think the defender had time to change up, or he broke his ankles trying to turn back and see the back of Zaza's jersey. But they're definitely got the momentum going here, and OU's doing what they need to do.
And handoff up the center, Boom picking up another 2 yards. Not quite able to break tackles that time.
Not quite there, but I think you'd credit that to almost OU's O-line getting in his way. It's such a large guy trying to fit through those gaps. I don't think they must have rubbed some shoulder pads.
And a nice toss out as Zaza picks up 6. A couple of Nebraska defenders there to bring him down, setting up a 3rd and 2, trying to force a punt.
Good play call right there by Oklahoma. I'm not mad at it. Set him for a 3rd and short. Let's see if they can convert it here.
Not this time, as Derek Powers gets tackled in the backfield. Won't count as a sack. But that's Caleb Killingsworth picking up the nice tackle.
Yep, just great showing by Killingsworth right there. Great drive to try to say, okay, you guys have marched down enough. I don't want you on my side of the field. You guys need to back it up some.
Nebraska is able to force a punt. Gonna possibly be pinned back deep in. There's a catch right on the sideline, and able to return for a few yards is Joey Smith. Gonna set up not terrible field position.
Not terrible field position if you're Nebraska, but at this point, obviously, it was almost like the kick was, touched back. They need to get something going.
And then going out of bounds in a modified pistol design QB run to go pick up 3 yards, setting up 2nd and 7.
I'm not mad at the rushing attempt, but Towers seems to be doing a little bit better with his passes downfield, trying to find some of his open receivers that are on the sideline, so he needs to emulate that and try it again this drive.
Got 2 receivers on the far side of the field. He's looking that way, but tosses near side. That's number 27, Karen Ennis, picking up a reception now. Another 2 yards, 3rd and 5 coming up.
Halfway to the first down marker, we'll see what kind of play they drum up here, trying to get 5 yards. It looked like Ennis almost broke his knee down there off that reception.
Now we've got to hope that we see some pop coming out of Nebraska here soon. 5 long yards, 4 receivers, 2 to either side, 1 in the backfield. Set up hit as he throws the ball, hitting receiver in the head. Split the coverage well, but not able to make a catch.
Yeah, these balls are being thrown exactly where they need to be for the most part, but you got to ask yourself, can't be Towers' ball every single time like that. The wide receivers got to really step up, make sure that they get their hands on this ball. Otherwise, we know exactly what they're going to be doing next week and all the drills that they're going to be running.
Vinny Mixon making a bit of a return, getting near the 50-yard line, setting up Oklahoma. Good field position. Got 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get a score in before the half. In the shotgun, man in motion, coming into the backfield. It is an option play, making the run. There is Derek Powers able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Good job by Jones picking up his 3rd tackle of the night. What you see down there, Powers got 9 rushes for, over 50 yards. He got 61 currently right now. And OU's in the driver's seat right now. Like you said, they have about 4.5 minutes to go and heading into the second. And they're happily just cruising along, trying to just make something happen and taking some time off the clock.
Jacob Buddy able to take Zaza down in the backfield, setting up 3rd and long. possibly getting a chance to get the ball back themselves before we get to halftime if Oklahoma cannot convert. Take up center, tight end in motion. Comes back to line. Powers back and a nice toss over the middle. Running for the end zone. One man to beat. Makes it in there. Oklahoma Sooner touchdown. Greg Givens picking up another 6 points.
Power to Givens, senior, obviously, is doing exactly what they needed to do. Kind of drew him earlier when Power tried to run, and they said, we know we're a triple option team, but watch this. We're going to go up and over and completely burn you in the backfield. And they made Nebraska pay as they tack on yet more points coming into just over 4 minutes in the second.
After all those runs, looked like everyone was starting to creep up just a little bit. As we have the extra point attempt is good. Oklahoma up 24-0. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Nebraska's got to find a way to get on the board here.
Nebraska's got to do something indeed. They got to wake up. They got to switch up their play calls maybe. You're obviously going to be heading into the second half here, so I'm sure we'll see some adjustments out of this team. But they got to do something because everything up to this point has not worked for them, unfortunately.
A whole pile of bodies on that tackle. Looked like it took forever for the ball runner to actually hit the ground as Nebraska sets up in the shotgun. A slight fake on the handoff. The ball just kind of tossed away and didn't see anyone open downfield.
Not a bad decision by Towers right there to throw the ball away. Better to throw the ball away than to hold on it for a couple seconds and either, a fumble's forced or he makes a bad throw and tries to throw it in.
3 receivers on the near side and running backwards. A big sack for 12 yards is Towers. Scott Frank picking up his second sack of the night.
Frank the Tank down there coming in with the speed of a Panzer tank from World War II. He absolutely mowed over Towers.
Scott Frank was leading the league in sacks coming into this game despite having only played 1 game so far. And another sack, almost a safety. Ball's going to be at the 1-yard line as Frank says, no, I want more.
Frank says, well, I'm going to do it again. If you guys let me slip past like that, I'm going to make you guys pay. And this Nebraska O-line really needed to tighten up.
4th and a country mile, punting from the back of the end zone.
I'm not sure how that wasn't a safety, honestly.
Oh, yeah, that was so close. And receiving on the positive side of the 50 is Mixon, able to run forward, pick up 16 yards on the return. And Oklahoma is going to have less than 30 yards to go to get more points.
Yeah, it was a 4th down and literally almost a third of the whole entire field. That was pretty crazy.
And a handoff up the center. Zaza not able to pick up any yards as a host of Nebraska defenders are saying we were going to find a way to keep ourselves in this game.
Zaza's obviously approaching that 50-yard mark for his rushes. He's got 10 so far. OU's not worried. They're up 24-0. They've got time on their side, and they're on the right side of the 50 to start this, so they're going to probably rush some more and try to just move the chains.
Sullivan Tank picking up his 4th tackle of the game. Zaza still not able to pick up anything. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Sooners. Drifting back into the shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. Setting up in the pocket. Nice protection and a nice pass and caught right before he could get across the pylons. Is Carlton Rhodes picking up his first reception of the game.
Rhodes says, all right, it's my time to shine. I'm going to pick up my first reception, and in a big fashion as he's right there on the outside of that touchdown mark.
And it's not just his first reception of the game, first reception of the season. Almost goes for a touchdown. Now Oklahoma setting up at the 3-yard line. Fake handoff to Bookaboom as Derek Powers runs in for 3 yards.
I feel like we were just sitting at a 4th and 32 about 10 seconds ago, and all of a sudden, OU's up 30-0.
And a nice kick for the extra point, putting Oklahoma up 31. And Nebraska does not want to end up back and forth at a country mile again.
Absolutely. As Pokey says in chat, it's getting ugly here. Nebraska needs to really wake up, change up what they're doing. I know they're kind of heading into the half here with their heads, hanging low, but they got to not give up yet. They still got 2.5 minutes. That's plenty of time to score, get down the field, put 7 points on the board. But they've got to shake it up. this OU defense is just breathing down their necks every single play.
Sacks galore being picked up by Oklahoma, but Nebraska now sitting up with 30 yards. They are further down the field, I think, than they needed to go on their last drive. But 6 sacks already for Oklahoma this game.
6 sacks, 5 hurries, and a knockdown. Oklahoma's defense is literally playing lights out as they haven't let Nebraska get almost, I would say, past the 50 even one time.
A nice pass there. Garrett Cunningham picking up 13 yards over the middle, getting him close to that 50-yard line.
Towers is just underneath there, you know, throwing about 50% of his completions and everything like that. He needs to just settle down. I know he's pretty shaken right now with this kind of insurmountable lead that OU has, but he's got to make decisions and be the QB1 that his team needs.
And that time, just no one open downfield as Shane Lloyd comes in, picks up his 3rd sack of the season. That's number 7 for the team.
Shane Lloyd's down there, Scott Frank's down there, I'm pretty sure Jack Lawson was down there. The entire DL was down there, and I don't think he had any room to really make any decision there as Power took a hard hit for some heavy boys down there.
Now a 2nd and 17 as back in the shotgun, setting up for another pass, getting the ball away as he's hit. That ball just kind of thrown out there to get it out. Going to set up 3rd and very long yet again.
Good attempt to try to throw that out, otherwise they probably would have broke their record from earlier in the game when it was 3rd and 20 or 3rd and 32, 4th and 32. So good decision to throw it away, but they need to make up some yards here.
And trying to step back up into the pocket, not able to find anywhere. Towers is sacked yet again. A timeout taken by Oklahoma.
Scott Frank is well and easily coming away trying to look like an early contender for a defensive player of the game, if not the player of the game, if they keep it up with how dominant this OU defense is playing.
And Benny Mixon picking up 18 yards, setting up another short field for Oklahoma. I've got minute 52 left in the half. Can we see Oklahoma get another score on?
Let's hope we see exactly that. Obviously, everything's clicking for OU. One thing to mention is that they only have 7 pass plays, but they're over 100 yards already.
Oh, there's a pass play almost intercepted there as Derek Power not having a great pass on that one.
First incompletion of the game, though. Can't be mad. You went almost an entire half of a game without missing a wide receiver. He's still in the driver's seat, and they're going to make good decisions.
And apparently deciding to abandon the run for a drive, see if we can just get some passing yards in. That one thrown away. Now we have another back for a 3rd straight pass. This one is complete over the center. Austin Wilson picking up 18 yards and 1st down for Oklahoma.
Austin Wilson using his speed to get that separation that's needed. He obviously makes a nice cut right there, finds his way open, and gives his team the reset with the 1st down, and now they're knocking on the door.
And Solomon Tank there with the tackle, preventing any more of a pickup. Now with 1st down back under center, setting up, and 4 passing plays coming out. This one dropped. Not much there.
Not much going, but you know what? It's all right. Shake it off. Like you said, you have this overly insurmountable lead, it seems like, against Nebraska. So just go out there and try to throw another time.
And a big hit coming in there. That looked like J.P. Shannon knocking the ball away, preventing another reception.
That's giving 110% every time they hit the field, is that Nebraska defense didn't quit until that ball basically was blown dead and they forced that incomplete pass.
Now another pass into the end zone and overthrown. Gonna have to settle now here for a field goal attempt.
I'm not really sure what was going on with him down there. Power just kind of looked a little frustrated, maybe a little bit flustered down there. That's twice he overthrew a wide open receiver by about a good 10, 15 feet.
And that kick from 40 yards out is no good, just a little bit wide to the right. Nebraska gets the ball back. 3 timeouts, minute 18 left on the clock. Plenty of time to go down, get a score, maybe reset before the half.
There must be something in the air, because prior game earlier tonight, there was also a couple missed field goals. So the kickers must be having some sort of, secret meetings or something like that to maybe work these over-unders in their favor, trying to, skew some points, but that's not what you wanted out of OU. Obviously, they were looking to come away at that, 3 points up and then go up 34-0.
Getting back in the shotgun, and the defensive line for Oklahoma coming to feast again. A quick sack, timeout called, 2nd and 18 now coming up. Back in the shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. Halfback coming out of the backfield, toss it to left side, and over the head of his receiver, Towers forcing his team into a 3rd and 18.
Lloyd and Frank are just absolutely having a game for themselves. They sit there, and I think it's a competition between the two of them to see who can get to the quarterback first.
Now a handoff, seeing if they can stop the bleeding. Timeout taken by Oklahoma. They're going to get the ball back. 1 timeout, a little bit under 50 seconds remaining.
I'm not really sure the play call there to try to run it with Enos when you're back so far on a 3rd down. Should be trying to, traverse the field with the minute that you had, making something happen.
Breaking free and almost making it all the way down the field. Makes it to the 40-yard line, setting up great field position. 45 seconds left. Oklahoma going to knock on the door one last time in this half.
Oklahoma punt returns are gaining more yards than the entire Nebraska offense at this point.
And a nice toss up the right-hand side. Brooks bringing in another touchdown catch.
Just like that, I close my eyes to blink, and OU scores yet again in what is turning out to be an absolute nasty game here for Nebraska.
Nice toss. Brooks got behind the defenders, able to bring down a nice catch. And on the plus side for Nebraska, you're going to have 40 seconds, 2 timeouts to try and get down the field again.
40 seconds for Nebraska, so at this rate, the way it's going, OU probably has about 18 seconds to score again before the half.
Well, hopefully it won't be quite so bad. Running the kickoff back out of the end zone, making it past the 25. Good return there. Joey Smith picking up 30 yards. Going to be about the 29-yard line. 36 seconds, 2 timeouts. Nebraska desperately trying to get some positive momentum into the half.
Good effort by Smith there. If he had broken that tackle, he probably would have gained another 15 to 20 yards. So you can't say that their light's completely out yet. They're trying to do whatever they can to get going. But as you see right there, Scott Frank is just an absolute monster on the field between him and Lloyd. And if they can't contain them in these halftime adjustments, Nebraska's in for a very, very long game.
All right, we are setting up for another pass deep downfield. Wide open, running down 10-5, touchdown Nebraska. That's how you would end the half as Leonard picks up the first points for Nebraska.
Welcome to the game, Nebraska. We appreciate you showing up, and that's exactly what they needed. As you said, they're able to put some points on the board, and it only took them about 7 seconds. So they need to keep that drive alive, keep what they're doing, make those adjustments heading into half, and just repeat that for the next 2 quarters.
I will point out, however, you were correct. There were 40-some odd seconds left, which meant that Oklahoma is going to get the ball back with about 18 seconds.
They got 10 extra seconds, so that's good for Oklahoma, bad for Nebraska.
Oklahoma taking the kick out of the end zone, out past the 22, the 30, spinning around and falling down is Mixon, picking up 33 yards on the return. He's going to have quite a few yards just from returning the ball.
Absolutely. BJ Heatherton in chat says not the shutout, as with Nebraska scoring gives OU's chance at a shutout. No more as Nebraska's on the board finally.
Now we are setting up a pass and a toss out to the right side, catching the ball, getting out, stepping out as he made the catch, unfortunately. Not able to bring that in and have some toe drag swag.
Great play call, though. Oklahoma was trying to half the distance to the goal line with one play, so can't really be mad at it as the throw was on point. He just couldn't get his foot in bounds.
Zeke Anderson helping to defend that pass, getting it knocked down. 14 seconds remaining in the half. Nebraska, 3rd and 10. Oklahoma, 3rd and 10. In the shotgun, making a pass, caught over the middle of the field there. Austin Wilson picking up 16 yards. Clock is going to stop. Everyone's rushing to the line. And now taking a moment to alter the play at the line. Possibly last play of the half. No, a timeout is called. 3 seconds left. 50 yards to go. As 3 receivers on the near side for Derek Power to Step back, has quite a bit of time, and hit as he threw. Ball goes nowhere, and that is going to end the first half. Oklahoma leading 38-7 as we go into teams going to the locker room. Ryan, what does Nebraska got to do to get back to this?
Nebraska's got to analyze that last drive, how they took it only 7 seconds to find an open wide receiver and put some points on the board really quickly. They got to obviously make sure that they come up with some halftime adjustments and give an answer for Lloyd and Frank, as those two have been eating their offense alive. They just have to settle down. They're not out of this yet. Obviously, you saw the shutout is no longer in contention. They have some talent down there, obviously, and the wide receivers are doing what they need to do, and they can make things happen. They just need to settle in and maybe switch up some play calls.
On the other side of the ball, Scott Frank, Shane Lloyd, fighting each other. Who's going to get the sack first? I think combined between the two of them, they have 7 sacks already. We see the stats for the half. Nebraska with a minus 32 rushing yards, most of that from the sacks. Time of possession firmly in Oklahoma's favor. Gonna have quite a bit of work to do to pick it back up, but we will step away for a moment as we go into halftime. This is the CFSL on KX1 Sports on YouTube.
The Nebraska Cornhuskers is lined up.
Welcome back as Oklahoma picks up right where they left off. Wide open, running down the field. This is 20, 5, touchdown, Oklahoma. Offense.
Yeah, that's just an absolute bomb of a run by Mixon. He's been trying to break it basically all game. He got some gas and some air on the sideline. He said, you know what, I'm gonna come in and make a statement. And OU is not here to play.
Is through the uprights, 45-7. Mixon just things like, no, we want to start off the second half how we ended the first half. Touchdowns galore, and now Oklahoma's back kicking off to Nebraska.
To see if they have what it takes to kind of answer that explosive OU debut for the second half right there. Nebraska's got to get something going and get something quick, because with that kickoff return, it's right back in the ugly territory.
And we're seeing some of the replays of all the sacks picked up this game. Nebraska is going to have to find something in their toolbox to kind of push their way forward.
Averaging 4 tackles, 4 sacks, 4 hurries.
And now Nebraska in the shotgun. Going to try to make it. It's a screen play coming out. No blockers in front of them. That's Karen Ennis. 0 yards on the play, but no yards lost.
I would be interested to see the halftime talk that Nebraska had coming into the half right there. I can obviously tell what the OU halftime talk was, and that was don't let up, keep your foot on the gas, and keep the pressure on their necks, because OU's just coming out, making plays happen left and right.
And Martinez there picking up a nice reception, got 8 yards, going to set up a 3rd and short. Nebraska still 0-8 on 3rd down conversions. Got to turn that around here. And a delayed handoff is going to pick up the 1st down just barely. Aaron Ennis picking up 3 yards.
1-9 for 3rd down conversions now, so things are looking up for Nebraska. They were able to reset the chains. Similar in 1st downs there. They're only trailing OU by 4.
I mean, it is the start of something, and another run coming out here. Cameron Ennis picking up another 9. Going to be 2nd and 1. Plenty of play calling options open on 2nd and short.
Ennis is averaging 6.6 yards a carry. He's now over 50 yards on the game, and it seems that he's definitely the workhorse right now for Nebraska.
2 on the right side, and there comes the hit. Able to get rid of the ball, but the ball just sails out of bounds. Almost another sack for Oklahoma.
Good timing by Towers in order to get that ball away, but he definitely felt the pressure and the breath of that OU D-line coming at him.
And right now, that is not Ennis. That is Spencer Lewis Jr. picking up the 1st down. Picking up 5 yards.
Give Ennis the break right there. Good job by Lewis Jr. able to pick up 5 yards, reset the chains, and Nebraska's moving quite nicely.
Another run just right of center. Karen Ennis back in the backfield, picks up 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Nebraska pushing again close to that 50-yard line. Going to see if they can't get into positive territory. Fullback shifting over. The pass on the right side and over the head of his receiver. Towers just 11 for 21 on the night.
That OU pressure is just proving too much for Towers right now. They obviously can't really contain that. He's forced to throw the ball away or make incomplete passes.
And trying to draw them off sides to get 3rd and shorter, not able to do it. Ennis, though, breaking a few tackles, gets very close to the first down marker, does cross midfield, but it is 4th and 2, and Nebraska is setting up to punt.
On one side, I wish they would have went for it, 4th and 2, because they're down so much. But on the other side, I understand their want and need to punt, because if they turn the ball over and not convert on 4th and 2, it was almost a guaranteed score for OU.
I was wondering if we might see the fabled fake punt, but no, the ball rolls into the back of the end zone, comes back out to the 20. Oklahoma setting up on offense for the first time in the half. 6 minutes 30 to go in the 3rd quarter. And a fake handoff as he rolls out to the right side. Able to pick up the first down there is Derek Power. 11 yards picked up on the run.
Power closing in on the 100-yard mark for rushing. OU said we'll go back to our roots with our triple option, make something happen, and they're doing everything right.
Yeah, triple option again. Power able to spin forward, picks up another 14 yards, another first down, and we're back to bruising and cruising for Oklahoma.
10 yards short of 100 for Power as well.
At that time, not able to make anything happen. Powers taken down in the backfield. Killingsworth picking up 3rd tackle for the loss of the game.
Killingsworth doing great things from the outside linebacker position. Obviously, we would have seen if Power was able to maybe pitch that, they could have got something going for OU, but that was just good awareness by that Nebraska defense.
And the offensive line seemed to just disappear for a moment as before the fake handoff is even complete, 3 defenders in the backfield.
Killingsworth, I guess, was in the OU huddle there, and nobody saw him offsides because he was there before the ball was almost even snapped.
Now 3rd and 14, long play trying to get the first down, pass over the middle, caught, and near the first down marker, they're going to give him the first down. Luke Brooks picking up 15 yards.
Good effort by Brooks there, and this is what you kind of want to see. They're going to, suck you in when they try this triple option, and you're going to zone in on Power trying to run, and then he's going to burn you over the top, just one of those weapons like Brooks.
Able to convert that 3rd and long, ball now sitting at the 43-yard line. Power under center. Snap handed off. Zaza is going to get a stiff arm. Haven't got to call Zaza's name recently, but there's 6 yards for him.
Zaza back in it, obviously like he never left. You have so many weapons for this OU offense, especially in a triple option.
And a quick pass setting up the screen. Nice blocking downfield, picking up a bunch of yards. Zaza says, no, you're going to call my name again. 19 yards on that reception.
Perfect blocking and awareness by OU right there. All the other wide receivers that were kind of playing decoys. You see that's a great block by 52. It looked like, just taking out Nebraska's legs from underneath them. And Zaza definitely makes them pay with a great catch. Or great run, sorry.
1st and 10, just inside the red zone. Power under center. And the handoff is to Bookaboom as he rumbles forward and picks up 10 yards.
I don't think if I'd ever want to face up and match up opposite of Bookaboom, especially running down that trench there they've got. I mean, that guy's just an absolute monster.
Not quite 10 yards. Apparently they're going to say it's 2nd and inches. The handoff there faked as Power takes it up 4 yards. First down. Going to be just inside the 5-yard line.
Keep doing what they're doing. If you're OU, Nebraska, you need to tighten it up and find an answer to these rushes.
Triple option set up again, but now 2 more defenders in the backfield before the ball even snapped again.
That's the answer that we were just talking about.
Braden's able to pick up a nice tackle there, just You're having these defensive setups. Every once in a while, you see a spark of life.
See if Nebraska can repeat it.
2nd and goal from the 6.5 yard line. Ball is snapped, handed off, and running forward is Zaza picking up 4 yards, going to be just inside the 3 yard line. As 3rd and goal coming up, Oklahoma trying to punch it in one more time. There's the handoff, and running into a host of defenders is Zaza. Picks up 1 yard, but it's going to set up 4th and goal. Expect to see the field goal team come out.
OU is going to pick up some more points here, and they're doing considerably better than Nebraska is on 3rd down, as they were 7 for 11 before that failed 3rd down.
And the field goal team slightly redeeming itself, kicking a glorified extra point, picking up 3 points as Nebraska gets ready to go back on offense.
Nebraska's got to find that answer, as we talked about. Obviously, OU's up 41 points right now. Couldn't quite get the shutout that OU probably was going after, but obviously that OU defensive line down there is probably going to play as if it is still 48-0.
Towers set back up, going to scramble and almost turning the corner. Towers picks up 1 yard. It's not a sack, and little breath of fresh air.
Speaking of games, as PX1 Sports said in chat, there's a great game going on Twitch. Boise and Michigan are going back and forth, so if you have some time and want to look, head over to Twitch and see Boise and Michigan trade some blows.
You'll see Jimmy Brown picking up 3 yards on that pass. Going to be 3rd and 6 now for Nebraska. Towers has got to find a way to get another 1st down. We got 2 receivers almost jumping off sides as Oklahoma, and then almost sacked, and then hit as the ball came in, knocking it loose. Oklahoma's able to force yet another punt.
Not surprising there, as Oklahoma's played lights out defense, allowing only the 7 single points to come through for Nebraska in their favor. And just as quickly as it began, Nebraska's drive is over and OU takes over again.
OU going to be setting up shop, 40-yard line. Hickson not able to really have too much on that return there, as Howard comes back out. They set up, take the handoff to Bookaboom, running up down the side, makes the 1st down, as Oklahoma just continues to run down the gullet of the Cornhuskers.
Congratulations on the century mark for Power. All that extra weight that he is carrying, throwing into those defenders down there, lets him kind of throw his weight very easily and abuse those linemen.
Bookaboom showing some athleticism, bounces off of the tackle, falls backwards, stays upright, gets forward for 14 yards.
I'm fairly certain that's the 2nd time he's done that, where they just kind of hit him, and he's almost like one of those weebles because he wobbles, but he won't fall down.
Another snap, handoff to Zaza, and pushing forward, picking up another 4 yards and to set up 2nd and 6.
Tyrone Hall says it best in chat. He says, boom, boom spins like a washing machine. That's probably more fairly accurate to what goes down there on that field.
I know, seeing some good blocking there, but a quick tackle keeps Zaza down to just a single yard. Danny Laird picking up his 8th tackle for the game.
Great effort by Laird. Obviously, he's having himself a game. He's got 8 tackles already, trying to keep Nebraska in this from a defensive standpoint a little bit, try to breathe some life into them.
And a nice pitch and catch over to Greg Givens Sr., picking up 1st down for Oklahoma.
Givens Sr., not really a huge puzzle piece for this OU offense, but when he's called, obviously he lives up to the hype.
Second and 9 coming up just inside the red zone here. 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Power under center, Gonna give the handoff, getting around the corner and making a push, makes it the first down and then some. Zaza picks up 13 yards to the 5-yard line.
Zaza making it look easy down there as he's also approaching the century mark. He's hit 75 now. He's shoving off defenders left and right. I think he's got a taste for the end zone.
He's looking for it. There's the pitch and another touchdown. Cedric Yardy picking up his second touchdown on the night, 6 yards, and another score for Oklahoma.
Yardy down there, a perfectly timed play, obviously, and an even better pitch. Yardy was completely unscathed on that entry into Nebraska's end zone, as it is a mountain and a molehill for OU against Nebraska.
Seeing all that set up, we're going to have Oklahoma kicking off once again. Nebraska's going to have another chance to get a return. This one not making it to the end zone, starting at the 5-yard line. And a little stutter step. Jafari Blackwood making a 17-yard return out to the 20-yard line. We see Oklahoma running nearly 20 more plays than Nebraska so far this game, almost 3 times the yardage.
20 more plays, and my quick public school math would have about 280 extra yards.
And we see Towers with a nice toss. Karen Ennis picking up 7 yards. Oh. Towers setting up in the shotgun. Got 2 receivers up to the right-hand side. A nice pocket, nice open catch. Picking up 15 or so yards. A.J. Mullis grabbing 19, setting up a big first down. As we end the third quarter, Oklahoma leading 55-7. Get those 4s in chats as we will come back to pick up the end of this game. You're watching the CSFL, PX1 Sports on YouTube. And we're back, 1 quarter to go. Another chance for Nebraska here to maybe put some stuff together for next week. A.J. Mullis picking up a nice 8 yards. Going to be 2nd and 2 coming up.
Mullis' stat line, not anything really to shrug at other than the fact that he only has the 3 receptions, because when they do use him, he's averaging over 11 yards per catch. They need to use him a little bit more.
And another nice toss over the center. Karen Ennis picking up 7 yards, another first down. We're seeing a good drive here put together. We've crossed into positive territory, possibly for the first time tonight.
Possibly.
Other than the touchdown play. And there's the sack to take it back. As Towers goes down again, Shane Lloyd picking up his 5th sack of the game.
You spoke too soon on that one, I think.
I think I did. And now, to give credit to Nebraska, that is the first time we have said there has been a sack in about half a quarter. So maybe he's finally starting to figure out this Oklahoma defensive line as Towers comes back in the shotgun, able to get a pass off on the screen, and that play is going nowhere. Still a loss of 5 yards.
Good effort there. Obviously, it was a completed catch, but it kind of didn't really do anything for them. They went backwards.
Nebraska sitting here 3rd and 22. Not the longest one we've seen tonight. Towers under center. Steps back, gets his thrown, and not able to make the catch. It's Ennis. And Towers is going to walk off the field again, watching his team punt.
He's going to walk off the field again, and I think he's going to go throw some ice or get into an ice bath while he's in his gear, because he's just getting absolutely abused down there.
Nixon trying to get some more space and able to push up the sideline. We see the yards, double the first downs for Oklahoma.
Yeah, double the first downs, but that main point there on that stat line is obviously the yardage comparison. You have 471 to 177. That's just, like we said, basically about 3.5 times what one team is scoring, the other team is failing to do so.
Zaza there, picking up 2 yards. Solomon Tate picking up his 5th tackle on the night. Keep trying to keep Oklahoma in check. As another handoff going up the right-hand side. 240 total rushing yards for Oklahoma, 82 yards for Joey Zaza. We're getting close to having 200-yard rushers for Oklahoma tonight.
Not surprising here, obviously, in that triple option, and they're executing it well over the top as well in their passes.
And some broken arm tackles. Zaza able to pick up 7 yards, get another first down, inching closer to that century mark, averaging 4.5 yards per carry.
He should hit it this drive if they keep the drives alive and keep doing what they're doing.
We've got 7 minutes for him to get another 11 yards. That's 4 more right there. 7 more to go to get that 100 yards. Solid take, picking up his 6th tackle. We've called his name quite a bit.
Yeah, Tank's obviously one of the centerpieces for that Nebraska defense. He's trying to do everything he can to keep Nebraska in it, keep them motivated.
And Power stepping out of a couple of tackles as he goes in, picks up another first down, 114 yards on the night for him.
Power said, Zaza, give your legs some rest. I'm going to take this one myself, and just kind of embarrasses Nebraska on that play.
Nebraska says, no, we don't want to hear that anymore. Comes in, gets a nice tackle backfield, does Brandon Love. Able to set up 2nd and 12 here.
Yep, that's some nice love given to Power down there.
And back out, receiver to either side. A little bit of motion in the backfield. Fake the handoff to Bookaboom. Toss up the right-hand side. Able to get the catch, breaking a tackle, almost breaking free. Austin Wilson picking up 37 yards.
Austin Wilson's name gets called and his number delivers. He makes an absolute monster catch for just shy of 40 yards. And all of a sudden, just like that, OU's knocking on the door yet again.
And looking there on the replay, everyone bid on the play fake. Wilson had all the green field in front of him. Nice tackle to save the touchdown. Back under center is Power, making the fake handoff to Boom. Almost has the toss, decides to keep it himself, runs up the right side, picks up 9 yards, 2nd and 1.
Not a bad run, obviously. Power knows exactly what he's doing. They're very comfortable in this scheme. It's working very well against this Nebraska defense.
The triple option has been working well. There is another run by Derek Power, getting down to the 1-yard line. Are we going to see him keep it and try to get into the end zone himself, or are we going to spread the love a little bit?
I wish I would give it to Bookaboom, but he doesn't look like he's down there right now.
There's the pitch that Simon Chapper called for. Cedric Yarday picks up another touchdown. He may not have the yardage, but he has the touchdowns tonight.
Absolutely, yes. That's almost exactly the same. I mean, it is the same play that they ran last time. They brought Yardy in there for the touchdown, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's exactly what OU's doing as they come up extremely big heading halfway into the 4th.
That is 3 touchdowns on the night for Cedric Yardy. Zaza gets the yards, Yardy gets the scores, and Power is keeping everyone on the field marching in the right direction as Joey Smith returns the ball for Nebraska. Back out, 22 yards, 5 minutes, 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter as Nebraska sets up shop at the 26-yard line.
See Zaza catching a lot of hate right now in chat, as it seemed to be the running joke, especially that first week, that Zaza's afraid of the end zone, and it seems this game is no difference as Yardy's getting all of the touchdowns as well as Power.
Ennis tackled there in the backfield, 2nd and 13 coming up. Back into the shotgun goes Towers. Nice blocking, has some time, but no one's open, has to throw it away out the top of the screen, setting up a long 3rd down.
And 2 of 13 for 3rd downs.
Again, good time, good protection, and able to make the catch on the sideline. Jimmy Brown able to pick it up for the first down.
That's just good overall effort right there. Obviously, he was able to hold on to the ball just long enough to make that throw. He took the hit on the end as well, and they came up with a big play because of it.
still making another push down the field. Towers in the shotgun in the backfield, able to get a pass, throws it out, and just over his receiver's head.
Towers' stat line obviously isn't really too much other than the incomplete passes to anything to scoff at. He's over 200 yards and a touchdown in the air.
And a handoff here as Aaron Ennis able to make it back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it.
Nothing really going there, like you said.
And we're back to 3rd and 9. 3 of 14 on the night for third down conversions. And the sack was good in. Oh, and a slip tackle. Going to make it down to the 15-yard line. Jimmy Brown picking up 45 yards. Had one man to beat to make for the touchdown.
One man to beat indeed, and credit that OU defender for making sure, Elmore there, making sure that he saves the touchdown and kind of lets OU kind of reset their footing right there inside their own territory and try to make sure they bring a stop to Nebraska.
Now on the 15 in the red zone, just the second time, and a quick throw off the back foot. Seems to bounce off an offensive lineman's helmet as 2nd and 10 coming up.
None other than Shane Lloyd putting the pressure on this Nebraska offense, and it just kind of seems to be a broken play over and over and over.
Oh, the delayed handoff not working. Tower sacks again. Scott Frank picking up his 5th sack.
Well, shake my pickle and call me a nickel, because Frank's got the stat line to prove it with all 5s. He's got 5 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks.
We need our stat boys to give us the total number of sacks again before we get to the end of the game. I feel like we've got to have already crossed double digits.
Oh, double digits, easy for sure. Not sure if there's a record, but double digits.
Toss back in deep into the end zone, over the head of receiver, setting up a field goal. Gonna close the gap just a little bit. Hopefully, as the ball sits at 25, snap, set, kick is on the way, and no good. Looks like it drifted off to the left.
Yeah, that's just demoralizing and absolutely not what you needed if you're in Nebraska to make all that effort to get down there and come up short with 0 points.
Frank pointing out Bama had 13 sacks against Tennessee. I didn't need to be reminded of that. As we have Zaza picking up 7 more yards. Crosses the 100-yard mark. So 2 100-yard receivers.
Chris in chat absolutely says what we already know, saying you can't get points by throwing it through the goalpost, but at this point, you can't blame Nebraska for trying.
Oklahoma definitely in eat the clock mode here, running the clock down. Zaza taking a minus a yard on that. That puts him back beneath 100 yards. We got to get Zaza another run.
Absolutely, Kevin. So I was calling the game earlier with Jathan, and I gave a random fact, and I'm curious if you are a fan of space and the universe.
I do like space in the universe.
Did you know, according to statistics, there are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way?
That is surprising.
Around 3 million trees and around 400 billion stars in our galaxy.
That would be more stars. Millions.
3 trillion trees.
Oh, trillion. Okay.
In the team, which seems insane on Earth. Yeah. No. Otherwise, yeah, that wouldn't be so much of a fact. That'd be kind of.
I was very confused for a moment.
I'm just trying to picture a trillion trees.
Yeah, we see Powers go back. Able to be wrapped up there. Did not catch who that was with the sack, but 4th and 11 here. Gonna have a punt. Nebraska's gonna get the ball back one last time.
We'll see what they can do with it here. Maybe kind of save face a little bit. We know obviously OU was looking for the win coming in here. Nebraska won last week. Maybe they end the game 62-14. But obviously they're going to shave the clock off as much as they can, to OU's credit, obviously, and control the clock down to this 4th and 11 punt.
Clock running on out. Getting ready to send the ball away. Nebraska back to receive, catching it at the 40-yard line and making the run. Gets to the 45 before being slammed to the 20. Just a short return as Nebraska comes out with 1:25 to get a little bit of positive momentum going into the next week's practices.
They only needed 7 seconds to score as they did their first touchdown, so we'll see what they try to do here as they apparently want to give it in a handoff off to Ennis.
Damian Blackstill picks up his second tackle. And Karen Ennis, 13 rushes, 57 yards. Not a bad stat line, all things considered, for the night. As Towers goes back into the shotgun, but another handoff as Ennis picks up another 6 yards. Going to be set up 3rd and 6. Looks like Nebraska's ready to maybe just say, we need to get back to the drawing board and focus on the next week's opponent.
I think you're right.
As soon as we say that, back to throw is Towers and almost picked off. Johnny Ray getting the pass defense. Would have been nice to end on an interception for him, but instead it's going to be 4th and 6. Nebraska forced the punt.
Absolutely. Ray's going to have something to think about going into the locker room at the end of this game, as he has 2 deflections, and those 2 deflections could have easily been interceptions had he just managed his hands a little bit better. So everybody has room to improve every week on every side of the ball.
Absolutely. Oklahoma, the triple option playing out really well here tonight. Setting up, giving the ball to Zaza, trying to get it back over the 100-yard mark. That's 5 yards. That should be enough. 104 yards for Zaza. Makes up the 1 yard he lost before, as time will run out on tonight's game.
Absolutely, as you said, what a way to finish that game, and you give Zaza the century mark. Power already had the century mark.
And with that, we are calling an end to this one. Oklahoma showing up, dominating Nebraska with a very well-balanced triple option attack. The play of the game, though, Mixon running in on the kick return for the touchdown. Ryan, what are your big takeaways from tonight?
Big takeaway is Oklahoma came back fighting from their loss in a dominant fashion. That triple option definitely threw Nebraska off tenfold. Great effort all around by Oklahoma. It was just an absolute dominant, one-sided football game. Nebraska's going to have to adjust and come back next week trying to make something happen. That, as obviously Derek Powers awarded the player of the game right there. But don't hold your head down there, Nebraska. You guys will get them next time. And good game and good effort to OU.
Thanks again to executive producer Mike Peters and my broadcast partner Ryan for tonight's action. On behalf of everyone, I'm Kevin. Thanks for watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. We'll be back on Sunday from the Hangout as we have some live games coming up Sunday night. We'll hope to see you all there. Have a good night, everyone.